Check.
Mr. Clean on the jigger jigger.
Check on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
I'm Clean, and this is the block. Bboxradio.com. Every Monday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Awesome sauce. Awesome.
Clean, Omega,
Yield.
Ray Love, Capital P.
Yes.
Roxanne, everybody that's a part of what we do, a part of what we love doing, you know? Shout out to my man who just bounced, you know, Shawn Black.
Yeah.
What's the other aliases?
Bligaroni, Shotmel, Blig 2018 right now.
All right. It was great having him here. I mean, I really want to build a little bit more with him. I wanted him to freestyle. I wanted to talk more about all the up and coming projects he got coming out.
Yeah, I think the cat be back. The brother be back.
He be back.
Yeah.
All right. And he dropped off all the joints that he's working on right now. He got something working with Freddie B.
Yes.
Yeah, mixtape, right? Shout out to Freddie B.
Freddie B. From the Fearless Floor and DJ Speed out there in Brooklyn.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
So shout out to him for coming through and blessing us and just talking up and chopping it up. And it's always good to have people come through and appreciate what we do and appreciate the love of hip hop because he didn't have to he don't have to still be rhyming.
Right.
He could be just working a regular ass 9 to 5 and just living life, you know, taking care of kids or doing this, doing that.
Yeah.
But we from that hip hop generation, and I was talking about this last week, is that shit's just in our blood, man. It's in our DNA, man, you know? And it's really hard for you just to give it up 100%.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what it is, whether it's DJing, MCing, talking to people, talking to kids, expressing yourself, you know, on any level, dancing, you know, art, you know.
Just find yourself doing it, man.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Second nature type thing, you know. That's why I keep coming back to it. It's something that I was basically born with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to connect with people that have like minds and love the music the same way, man. You can't replace that with anything.
That's right. Next week, we got a treat. We're going to have Contra Culture up in the house.
The Good Brothers.
Good Brothers. They got a show coming up at the Delancey, and it's gonna be a great show. So everybody that's tuned in, check it out.
Yes, sir.
Jibbling Boots,
Ryan
Lionheart. You know, they're gonna be up in New York City. They're not usually here. They're not from here, but you can't even tell because these dudes is, you know, these are good dudes, good MCs. Not only talking about whatever's going on in hip hop, they talking about what's going on in the world.
Yes.
You know, talking about everything. And we don't have a lot of MCs out here still talking about, you know, what needs to be talked about as far as a lot of shit that's going on in America and in the world, you know.
And there's tons of stuff, man. There's really no excuse for you not to broaden your lyrical horizons and speak about some stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's really no excuse. But I see, you know, make your moves, get your mail. You know, it's all good.
Get your bag.
Yeah.
All right. So also off air, we was talking about. You're not a big fan of the whole Pusha T album.
Yeah, I think he could have did better. You know what I'm saying?
You think he could have did better? You think he could have been a more...
Yeah, because he's an intelligent guy. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of wordplay. He knows how to put words together. And this goes back to the statement we just made. There's tons of stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Not you got to be on a pulpit to preach, but if you want to be considered one of those top perennial MCs, you know, you got to bring different things to the table.
Still?
Still.
20 years later, you think he still has to?
Yeah, you know, we just talked about Coogee Rap. Timeless, man. He did the Erase Racism joint with him, Biz, and Kane. You know what I'm saying? And he's known for hardcore lyrics.
Right.
At that stage, he was talking hardcore lyrics too, but he still had social commentary. You know what I'm saying? He still was able to write to a concept that was outside of his circle.
So your beef is with his content or with the lyrics? what's your beef? The beat picking. What's your beef with the Pusha album, the Daytona album?
Well, definitely the tempo of how the album was presented to us. You just told me about an earlier rendition of it. I don't know how that would have came about.
You mean the whole Kanye album?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as what Pusha T said, he was like, the album was basically done. He had a couple of people, different producers who he worked with. And once Kanye heard the album, because he took him out, he flew them out. They all flew out to Wyoming. They flew out there. And, you know what I'm saying? And they were just vibing, catching the vibe as far as listening to the music. And Kanye was like, you know what? I think I could do a better job producing. And Pusha T was like, okay. And he just gave him the keys. And Pusha had to call everybody back that he worked with. And, you know, and he had to let them know we're not going in that direction on this album.
Yeah, nah.
Those beats might be on another album. They might be on remixes.
But how do you know that with the level of the beat levels? I don't know. I ever heard one beat from that place, right? Wherever that was the original mix. But how do you know that one of those would not have been a classic?
You would never know.
Exactly, because you didn't give it a chance. You didn't even put like one or two of those joints on there.
I agree. I think he should put one or two.
Just to mix it up a little bit.
I'm surprised there's no Pharrell on the album.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not shitting on Kanye. He's still a great beat maker, producer. He still has an ear for it. But it may not be the ear that homie needs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm here.
Like, when people, they deal with a certain producer and then they go to Apollo Brown, it's a whole different outlook.
It is.
And it brings another part of their character out. People go deal with a bunch of producers, then go to Ninth Wonder, then it's a whole different project coming out.
Speaking of
Ninth Wonder, that's the Streams of Thought.
Yeah, Black Thought. Yeah, and the Black Thought. It worked. It sounds good together.
And he did a lot of phenomenal stuff with people like Sky Zoo.
See, but my thing is this: you didn't know. No one knew if it was going to work. The whole Ninth Wonder and Black Thought thing. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's 50-50.
Yeah,
take a chance.
You don't know.
So maybe Pusha figured that, maybe Kanye doing the whole thing might work.
What the great Charlie Murphy, rest in peace, said, you know where you got that shirt from. His damn sure wasn't the business department. Come on, man. If your joint was hot, I know a couple of joints had to be hot. All right, maybe let's say none of them was hot. None of them was hot. You still gonna go with the boss?
That's the boss.
You're not gonna look other ways and see,
somebody else may have track record produce classic albums.
Earlier.
Don't do that.
Earlier.
Watch the Throne. It's not that early. Yeezus had some joints on there.
I like Yeezus, and people who didn't like Yeezus, I think it was a great piece of artwork.
So why wouldn't he take a chance?
What failed it for me was that he didn't work outside of the box with it. All right. This was his joint. This was his time to say, "I'm gonna make some crazy artistic work, some Basquiat, Banksy stuff," and he came with the same. I don't know, Jackson Pollock, whatever. I don't know.
This album is alright. I mean, to be fair, this album doesn't sound nothing like.
It sounds nice, but
it doesn't sound nothing like what Pusha put out previous.
Right.
So for you to say that.